Hello, welcome. This is going to be TLC planet readings, and so this is for the sun, and this is a bit different than zodiac readings where I'm going sign by sign. I'm actually doing planet by planet, so you can look in your birth chart and check out your sun sign or your sun placement, and this can be with the houses and everything like that. It's just a reading to correspond with sun energy in the Tarot Lady Collective. If you're part of the collective, and if you're new, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get a few cards and just see what we've got as stories. I've got the Tower in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. Oh goodness, this one just fell out weird. These two. Five of Wands. Knight of Swords and Five of Wands is kind of talking about some kind of a conflict. It's conflict. It's like, it's something that's very, very, I mean, I don't mean to focus on negative energy, but it's just more something like, you see this card here. It's like, it's a dog fight, you know, like it's something of, you know, just a natural, a nature response. So it might be even like a triggering energy. Seven of Pentacles there. It's about getting a bit worried or something like that. There's a bit of a worry that this is going to keep on going on this way. There's this High Priestess here. And I think that that's what we are doing. We're looking at a conflict or like a natural kind of response. It's a response of fighting. I don't like this thing and I'm going to be aggressive about it. So in the collective, I feel like there might be some energy. This could be you of kind of being a bit worried about how something encourages you to be aggressive. And having just kind of a deeper knowing about that thing. I'm not reading these two cards yet because I feel like I need to understand this position first. We'll see what we've got. Ooh. We got a reading like this the other day where somebody comes, basically somebody, it's like an outside energy would come to maybe like this feeling of worry here is in response. It's like this is like somebody who's worried about everything. Like this is somebody who's, when I was saying I don't mean to be in a negative pattern, that was me kind of like channeling the energy of this person right here. They're being faced with a situation. Colin is all over the mixing board right now. I hope he doesn't mute the microphone. We'll see. He seems to have an idea that he can crawl up underneath of something over here. He's getting onto the table, squeezing his way through the most impractical kind of situation just to get to where he's going, which is right there. Well, we'll keep reading. This is like, I don't like this. I don't like that. This is kind of nagging energy, or it's like, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. It's somebody who's kind of got a lot of negative thinking going on. And at a certain point, there's just so many things that all of a sudden it's like, would you just like stop, the kind of thing. That's this response that I'm seeing here. And then being worried about having had that response. Like, why did I do that? Why did I have that response? And kind of knowing really deep down, there's just some seriously, it's something to keep disconnected from other people's thoughts. But when somebody's saying something over and over and over and over again, it's kind of like scratching, you know, if I was to scratch on my hand like this right now, it's actually a relief if I'm itchy. And if I was to do this for 10 minutes, it would be aggravating, if not painful. So things change over time, and repeating energy is sometimes very irritating. And so this is irritability, knowing full well that it's because there's an irritant. This is the, wasn't sure how to read this energy. This is the energy of the irritant over here. And it's the Queen of Wands. It's that they've seen something and they've observed something, they've learned something, and it tears them apart that they've learned this thing. And what I want to know is, what did they learn? Just going to clear that up a little bit. Ooh, a lot of things. They learned a lot of things, but the thing that irritates them the most, the irritant, the thing that that they've seen that tears them apart. Just to kind of like Page of Cups and Hangman put together, that this is what they've seen, and it worries them. They've seen that you, in the collective, have put yourself in a position, or that you've stumbled into a position that you can't get out of, and they're worried. It tears them apart, though. Not just sort of worried. They're really worried. They're very worried about you. Stumbling into a position, sometimes like stumbling into this looks like an accident that happened. So this could be, I'm reading about sun right now, just so you know. This is we're doing planet readings, and so this is just sun energy, and you can take a look at sun, how it's affecting your chart, or you could also take a look at your birth sun, or maybe in a synastry kind of way, like seeing how somebody else's sun energy affects your chart. Yeah. It does strike me as an accident, having stumbled into something, an accident. So maybe somebody's been injured. This might be an injury? Because this is kind of maybe that, I don't know, I guess I'm seeing somebody in the hospital in traction or something if they've been in a car accident, or it could be somebody who's kind of like tied up right now, and maybe they accidentally did something and maybe they got in trouble for it. They might be like in jail, or these are kind of extreme examples, but if you want to scale it back, it can be like that too. Judgment's not a small card though. But it might be the only card that would have told me accident there. So what are we looking at? The Empress. Okay, this is for the collective. And this is there's somebody who's very worried about you. And they want to know how you're doing. Simple as that. It's, we would think that maybe, we get annoyed or irritated by when we're not well. We might get irritated by somebody saying, how are you doing? Are you all right? Do you need anything? And it's kind of like, a little extra responsibility in a time when we're kind of tied up with what we're dealing with. It tears them apart to see you this way. Something like that. So this might be very specific when it comes... Okay, wow. Death card in reverse. They're really afraid. They're worried that it's going to change things between the two of you. The moon. So, that's really interesting because we definitely got, in the moon reading, we definitely got a reference to this, being worried about things changing. a little bit. Kind of like not wanting to see the change, not wanting to get through the change. That was kind of the theme of the moon reading. So in kind of both sides, there's like this just unknown. I guess maybe like this moon card's asking you to empathize with their position. Really, they're worried about you. They just want to know that everything's going to be okay, that everything's going to be back to normal soon. And it tears them apart, really, to think that it might not be. Maybe they're afraid that you're not going to make it or something. I don't know, and I'm not going to say that that's what's going to happen for you. I feel like there's just as more of a thought experiment when it comes to these energies. Hopefully, Colin's wandering around here. I think he wants to know if I'm okay. He's making sure. And he's getting himself into all kinds of trouble back there with all the wires. This is somebody who's coming across as like an Empress, strength card. So there's the Sun. Oh, Colin. Colin is doing just the most wonderful things to the screen. He's tearing at the cables. He's pushing on the audio things. Oh, lovely cat. Thank you, Colin. And this is like a great reading, too. There he is. Thank you for the visit. Yeah? What you want over there? Is there something for you there? King of Swords. They want to do what's best. They really do. So this might not be for everybody. This might be like for a very specific group of people who might be like have clicked on the sun reading. That I don't know, like this could be somebody who worries too much. Yes, okay? Maybe you're just fine and it's like, come on, I'm not going to die. It's just I just broke my leg or and this person is like maybe a little bit super worried that it's going to be something other than that. That's Colin just knocking things off of things, as cats do. So I'm learning. They're super worried that, first of all, they're super worried. They want to make sure you're okay. And they're also worried that things are going to change between the two of you. So like there's quite a bit of that. They want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, that they're helping you right now in a way that you need, because they don't want you to come out of this thinking that they weren't there for you. So this is just a really short message about, them, somebody wanting very much for you to be well and wanting very much to make sure that they're doing the right stuff. It tears them up to think that maybe they aren't doing enough for you. And you might not be in a position right now to kind of understand that, or even just kind of like, it's like almost like it feels, because there's an element of them wanting to make sure that, things don't change between the two of you. If there's a little bit of you'd pick up on that and you'd say something like, oh, like I'm already going through a lot right now. I can't handle this, like kind of thing. So it just, the reading is generally a reminder that they do really have your best interests at heart. They really do care. That's more of what it's about. There we go. The Fool and the Hangman. Okay, so this is a warning for the collective. Somebody is about to stumble their way into something of an accident. I've got the Hierophant. They're going to make a commitment to something. Maybe to in bicycle, turning left. That's like the hand in the air is a turning left in a bicycle. I'm seeing somebody riding a bicycle. Careful when you're riding your bike, when you're making a left-hand turn. Make sure you look everywhere you need to go. Look everywhere you need to look in order to go where you're going. That's too bad. These are really big cards. I've got a King of Pentacles. Ooh. And a Seven of Swords. Okay, there might be this idea that you'd be able to get away with doing something dangerous. Because it's like you're really good at doing this thing. Okay, let's put it that way. Let's keep it in like bike riding. You're a really great cyclist, and you're thinking because you're such a great cyclist, you can get away with like taking risky move, like taking a risk or something. This is just a warning that risks in this time that we're in, whenever you get this reading, check it out with your sun sign as well, like, or not even sign, just like the sun in your birth chart and what it's aspecting with right now. There's something in there that's saying accident, careful, be on guard. Temperance, be safe. Just kind of understand that there's always this risk of an accident. It's like the Fool versus the Hangman. It's like, this seems like it's just like you're just, maybe you're the type of person who rides your bike to work every day or something. It's just something you do every day. You're really, really good at it. And then it's like, even though it's monotonous, it's all the time, just keep your guard up, because you tend to get numbed to the risks that are associated with riding maybe in a city street or something. Three of Cups and Six of Swords. This might be the idea that you're going somewhere. You're going to maybe a party or something. Oh. This person went to a party. Hermit. They're not watching where they're going. They're looking forward to where they're going. They're not looking where they're actually going. They're thinking about where they're going. Okay, this is to say that there might be... somebody might not be watching the road. I just keep getting this sign about a cyclist who just is riding to work and then... or riding home from work or something, and somebody else is going to a party, and they're running late or something. I don't know. What is it about going to the party? Okay, I've got a whole... Okay, so the accident story is one thing, and then I just got like Two of Cups came up, and of course, okay, that's like kind of relationshipy stuff. And then I looked at it through the lens of a relationship, like, oh no, oh no, is that this is somebody who's just like coming home from work, and they stumble by accident into something that they weren't supposed to see. This energy of catching somebody doing something they're not supposed to be doing. And being really worried that things are going to change between the two of you now. That the person who is caught. And this is like the face of someone who has just witnessed something that they weren't supposed to see. This is someone who's seen everything. Just kind of like physical world senses. Like an owl. I pulled that out there just to say Six of Pentacles. Huh? And I've seen these things, says this owl. And there would have been... It's almost as if you probably knew beforehand. But you've kind of like, I don't know, like it's maybe an intuitive thing to... Oh, and there's Colin, and he's just... he's made a point of... tearing this reading apart. Five of Pentacles. Oh yeah. I don't know. This doesn't look like it's going to end too well for the person who was caught. So here's a bit of drama, relationship drama on this reading for Sun. It's really, it's like they gave a story that would keep you out for a while so that you wouldn't see something, and then you ended up seeing it anyway by accident because they didn't actually account for all the things, and really they are not very happy with how things went. They are not happy at all. I think this is somebody who's really down and out because they were caught doing something they weren't supposed to do. And we've got the World here. I see this as something that might be the end of a relationship between two people. This could just be energy that we're observing in the collective. You know, that like we could be just seeing what, how do I put this? We're seeing what people are doing. It's like observing this in a couple. So it might be like friends or something. This happens. This seems very close to home though. So keep in mind the bicycle thing. That's one story about this energy. The second thing, so it's like stumbling into a harmful situation, you know, because we're not feeling like we're at risk. And this is another thing of stumbling into seeing something we're not supposed to see, such as somebody cheating or some kind of other kind of thing they're not supposed to be doing that kind of tears things apart. I don't want to leave the reading there. This could be something of a news story. It kind of feels like removed, like it might be a news story, like something in your home, but it's something you're seeing on a television. Are we watching TVs right now? Is that what it is? Maybe I'm just reciting the plot of a movie where there's a bicycle accident. Yeah. Six of Cups. Wow. The moon definitely flew all the way over there. Let's keep it over there. The moon is back. Something. And this Nine of Wands. There's going to be an injured kind of feeling about this. Whatever happens, there's an injury. There's some woundedness. Five of Wands. There's the fighting energy again. I don't know what to say. There's a woundedness in this situation. Whatever happens, that it's like we can't recover fully from it. So if anybody knows somebody who rides a bike to work, just give them a heads up to keep their eye on the road and just to keep their eye on what's safe. And if anybody's in this situation of, you know, catching somebody doing something they're not supposed to do, I feel like it's like in a relationship sense, I feel like this is something that might be wounding beyond repair. It's kind of like that there's, or at least until there's healing for a while still. And of course, I've got Six of Wands here. That's that victory thing that came out in the moon reading. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this. It's just, it looks like you're going to be on your own for a while. You're going to be on your own for a while. If that's the case, if it's a relationship thing. And if it's not a relationship thing and it's the bicycle thing or it's some other kind of accident, like something happens by accident and it leads to this feeling of it's beyond repair. I think the expression is that there's a focus on defensiveness, or even just it's the fight is about healing from wounds rather than it being about what's right and what's wrong in that scenario. The damage is done. It doesn't matter who was right, who was wrong. It doesn't matter that the cyclist didn't look where they were going. What matters is they've got broken bones or something like that. And same thing, it doesn't matter who did what and who said what. It matters that, well, both people are hurt in this scenario. And it looks like the best case scenario is to kind of keep this person in the past, while there is definitely like a solo energy about finding a way through it on your own kind of thing. Well, They've got 8 of Pentacles and the Devil. External energy is like basically needing to do some work. There's some work that needs to be done on their end. In that scenario, if somebody's worried about you because you're injured and it's kind of annoying, this could apply to the catching someone cheating thing too. It's like they want to like make amends. They want to make things better. Like, I'm really sorry. And it's like almost like, yeah, it's not really, I'm going to consider things to be kind of, it's not really my problem kind of thing. This is the expression, the collective side of things, is that you've got to work on whatever it is that had you doing that thing. And I do see them working on it. 8 of Cups. Yeah. And 4 of Swords. They're going to have to heal from their pain on their own as well. And about the situation, just because somebody does something wrong doesn't mean they don't hurt about a separation, you know? If we're hurt by the thing that they did and we're hurt by the separation, I guess that's kind of, we're not in a position, I guess. We've got to kind of take care of ourselves in that situation. So that I do see kind of leaving things in the past with this person and moving forward into a solo energy, that it's not going to last with this person, or at least they can't be together, these two people, unless until this work has been done. There's this healing, this kind of recovering energy from whatever it is that had them. Ultimately, it's about the honesty. King of Wands. It's about being virtuous. Draw one more card. Oof. This one came flying away. Look at that. Queen of Wands and King of Wands. What can I say? It's almost like I'm just going to be fine on my own and I'm just going to keep watch. And when I can see that you're a person who's able to be virtuous about things, then we could talk about doing something different. I see you walking away from something and walking toward a scenario where this person is healing on their own, the things that encourage them to do this thing. So that's in that one. In the bicycle scenario or the accident, I'm seeing basically this watch and wait and watch. This is kind of like the Queen of Wands. It's like wait and see. Wait and see how you feel once you're feeling a little bit better. Try your best just to kind of like brush off whatever it is that this person's being annoying. They're trying to get too involved or whatever. Just like, it's okay, but I just need to be on my own right now. Just thank you, but no thank you kind of thing for the, the soup and the flowers and the sweets and the pillows and the, all that stuff. Thank you. Let me just be on my own for a little bit and wait and see until you're feeling a bit better before you kind of like try your very best not to be reactive in that situation, because it seems as though, that person is just trying to give you a little bit of extra loving, because they don't want you to think that you weren't there when you needed them or something. They want to be there. So maybe even come up with a strategizing. Although really they should, because you're injured in this one. The moon here. There's so much more going on about things that we can't know is basically the message. And so we can be hurt about things or we can feel annoyed about things. But, our responses are our responses. But it's amazing what time will do. This Queen of Wands, I think, has got her head on straight. She's just kind of like, okay, I'm going to wait. Let me just wait and see if this feeling lasts kind of thing. And let me wait and see. They might say, like, I'm really sorry. It tears me apart. It's like, well, okay. Let's see if that lasts, that feeling of I'm really sorry, because somebody who's genuinely sorry is able to be sorry. Like, remorse is not a painful feeling if it's followed by taking responsibility. Remorse is a painful feeling when it's not followed by action. It's something that doesn't do so well carried by itself. But if it's carried with responsibility, then it's actually a growing energy. And it's actually like, we want people to feel remorse. We want people to be sorry because we want them to have that experience of growing. So like telling someone that you want them to feel bad for what they did, like feel bad, that's kind of like, it's a language thing. If you want somebody to feel remorse for having done something that they weren't supposed to do, it doesn't mean that you want them to hurt. It means you expect them to take responsibility for the things that they do via remorse. Therefore, they would grow from that situation. And that's a pleasant experience and it's a wonderful thing. And so there's something here about that too. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it there because I've got a whole lot of other planets to do. Hopefully some more messages come out. Maybe just watch a few more of these things. We'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.